what I'm going to run through really quickly is just to give you a sort of a framework for figuring out kind of pricing and your pricing structure and your pricing model. Okay, now there's a lot to this depending on how deep you want to get into it, but I just want to give you the kind of the bones of it. Okay, first and foremost, the most important part of this is understanding the costs that are attached to your business. And when I say costs, I mean absolutely every cost. Okay, from stationery and paper to cleaners to toilet paper to your fire safety cert to absolutely everything. Okay, you can't ignore any of these costs. If you do, it's going to come back to bite you and bite you pretty hard. Okay, all the taxes, talk to an accountant. Okay, get a handle on kind of where you're at depending on what structure you have. But a simple one is, if you are a company, when you get to a certain point, you're going to pay taxes on the profits that you produce, and that's something that you also need to understand. Okay, any loans, any equipment, anything like that you're going to buy over the next little while, or money that you've put in yourself. Okay, I see some guys kind of, and girls, missing this, that, you know, they put 20 grand of their own money that they saved up into, and they just consider that as a sunk cost. No, I mean, your business should at some point be repaying that back to you. Okay, and you need to factor that in. Okay, if you want a kind of a rough template for this with the sums done and a list of costs, you can shoot me an email. It's fitprobusinesssolutions@gmail.com. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll forward you on an Excel sheet that has quite a number of the costs in it based off of my experience. Okay, then what you want to do is you're going to work out the total number of spaces that you have in the gym. Okay, so how many classes you're going to teach, how many people are in each class, and how many days a week you're open. Okay, assume that you're not going to fill all of them. Okay, particularly if you're in the early stages. So bear that in mind. Okay, let's use this as an example. You're open from Monday to Friday. You can fit 10 people into a class. Okay, and you're going to do 3 classes a day. Okay, so you have 150 spaces. Now we're going to work off that it is €3,000 a week to keep your gym open. Okay, that number could be very, very different depending on what you're doing and depending on, you know, your costs, your cost base, your salary, everything like that. But let's use that number. Now, you have 150 spaces. It's costing you €3,000 a week. It's €20 a class. No less. Okay, and I really stress that point. If you get this wrong, you are going to end up in a really, really, really bad place. Okay, and it's going to be really, really difficult to get out from under it. And I'm speaking from personal experience. Okay, this is the way to do this. Please don't take a number, pull it out of the sky, base it off what your auntie's cousin thought would be a figure she might pay at some point. Okay, you need to do this. Okay, mathematically, you need to work this out. Get somebody to help you with it. Use my sheet. Get somebody who owns and operates a business to have a look at it for you. Make sure that you have at least a fighting chance to be successful. Okay, if you don't, this is the equivalent, because we're in the fitness industry, this is the equivalent of running a really, really heavy training cycle, you know, that's 12 weeks long on a calorie deficit. Okay, it just won't work. Okay, best case scenario, you know, you'll kind of eke out, you know, and maybe hold on to where you are. Worst case scenario, you'll get sick, you'll get hurt. Okay, and it's the same thing with this from a pricing point of view. So I hope you found it helpful. If you do want that Excel sheet, shoot me an email. It's fitprobusinesssolutions@gmail.com, and I'll send you over that template. Thanks.